Today's video is going to be about how to care for your pregnant rabbit. So this rabbit, Rosie, was bred about 10 days ago, and so she's probably pregnant. I'm 99% sure that she is pregnant, and so I'm going to just treat her as if she's pregnant, and then if she's not, then it's going to be sad, but she is. So what do you do different to care for a pregnant rabbit than a regular rabbit? A pregnant rabbit needs more food, first of all. If a rabbit is pregnant, she's going to be using a lot more energy to grow the babies and feed them inside of her, so she's going to need more food to feed them with. So I let a pregnant rabbit eat as much as she wants. Right now I've sort of doubled her food, and then if she eats that all too soon, then I'll just give her more and more, and then however much she wants to eat, she can have. You want to make sure your rabbit has plenty of water, more than she usually drinks, just like extra water, because in addition to a ton of food, she's going to need a ton of water to help grow the baby inside of her. To avoid picking up or handling a pregnant rabbit. If you handle her or pick her up, you usually pick her up around the middle, and that could crush or squish or harm the babies. So that would be bad, so don't do that. Also notice a change in personality, or she could be more mean or feisty than usual, or she could become nicer than she usually is. So another very important thing of having a pregnant rabbit is so you want to make sure that you know exactly when she's been bred, mark it on your calendar, and then make sure you know how pregnant she is, and sort of count the days or count the weeks, and just make sure that you know, so that you can know when to expect babies and know when to put the nest box in and just all that stuff. Because if she gives birth in just on the wire of a cage because you didn't know when she was supposed to give birth, then the babies will probably die, and then that's not going to be very good. You also need to give a nest box to your pregnant rabbit. I usually give a nest box about around day 25 of when the rabbit's been pregnant. So when she's been pregnant 25 days, I usually give her a nest box, and that can be cardboard box, or that you can buy rabbit nest boxes. I try to avoid wood nest boxes because they can absorb a lot of the pee and stink and any sicknesses the bunnies have. But there are metal nest boxes, but I personally prefer just a plastic tub bin. You want your nest box to be pretty big, not huge though, but make sure your rabbit can get into it comfortably and get out, especially think about her being very fat and heavy, pregnant, so don't get a super high nest box, and then just make sure the opening isn't super low so the baby bunnies can't accidentally flop out. This box would maybe be a good size for a nest box, maybe a little smaller, maybe bigger, it depends, but about that size. This is the nest box I like. It's being used by another rabbit who keeps not giving birth. Well, I don't know if she likes it, but this is an option for her. She also has a cardboard one, but it sort of looks like that, yeah. When you give her the nest box, you want to make sure to put a ton of bedding and soft, fluffy, good stuff in there. And also, I found that if you put a pile of, oh my goodness, Basil, you're eating the camera, buddy, no. I also find that if you put a pile of nesting material just in her cage, then she can sort of help build the nest. You also want to avoid feeding your pregnant rabbit parsley or mint or lavender, or you can Google pregnant rabbit not feeding stuff, but those will either help the rabbit give birth, parsley and lavender especially, so we don't want that too early, and then that might, I don't know what that'd do, but that'd be bad. And then mint and stuff like that sort of helps decrease milk for weaning rabbits, for weaning the babies, so you don't want that to happen when she just gave birth, because then the babies would die of not enough milk. So also try to palpitate your rabbit. Palpitating is where you basically feel her belly very gently to see if you can feel any babies in there. You basically will be feeling for grapes to sort of feel like grapes inside of her. Sometimes that could hurt the babies and squish them inside of her, so I sort of don't enjoy palpitating. But if you really want to know if she's pregnant or not, that is something you can do. I don't think I'll be doing that. I might be doing that, but I'll just have to see. But that is something you can do to determine if they're pregnant or not. When you want to make sure that your rabbit has no access to a male rabbit when she gives birth, because they can be rebred. Like as soon as they give birth, they can be rebred again, and that's not very healthy for the rabbit who's giving birth. So I usually find that if I remove the buck about a week before she's gonna give birth, then I know that even if she does it early, then she will be safe from rebreeding. That's all you need to know, well, most of what you need to know for having a pregnant rabbit. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Basil, no.